Okay. All right. Let's give it a minute to load up here. Let's give it a minute. I'm just gonna check my streaming platforms. If you, for whatever reason, are watching me right now, and I'm just taking a second, it's because I was literally just live, and my mic wasn't working. There we go. Mic's working there. Battling a cold here, but I'm gonna have to do all this over again, which is totally cool. Okay, can you hear me? How are we looking here? We're good. Okay, so I'm gonna explain all this again here. So essentially, actually I'll play some tunes or some background music. Okay, well, my name's Garrett. I'm gonna start this stream here weekly, where essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some AI tools to the test. Here's our list of tools I'm planning on testing. Everything is gonna be rated out of 10. I'm going to track everything by cost per month, whether it's a trial or not, what type of AI it is, whether it's chatbot, agents, website creators, what have you, photo, video makers, what type of problem does it solve, worth a try, yes or no, and then this is all going to be my own personal opinion, but what do I enjoy about this tool and what are some pain points. So I'm going to put everything through the same test. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to have to tweak this at some point, but every test is going to go through this version of this test. I'm gonna tweak it as I go. I'm gonna try and make it as uniform as I can, so everything's going through the same test. But I'm gonna have to tweak it a little bit based off of like the AI tool that I'm using it for, and then everything is tracked here, and then all the results get added into here, which is going to add a rating here for them. So I'm going to start up basic. I'm going to go with ChatGPT for the first week here. Also off the hop, I already said my name's Garrett, but I'm from Canada. I just find AI really exciting and it's really cool. I feel like this is like a very revolutionary time period, and I'm going to be doing all this in my free time anyways by just like looking at AI tools and tracking everything. But I thought it'd be really fun and cool to make some videos about it. If people want to follow along, cool. If anyone doesn't, I'm doing it. So yeah, that's how she goes. But I really hope some people join along. I wouldn't say I'm super comfortable being on camera by any means, but gotta put yourself out of your comfort zone at some point. And I think this is just kind of a good experience and a good time to do it. So hopefully you join along. If you want to drop a chat, due to streaming, so hopefully I can see it. If not, I'll figure that out by next one. And just know that if you do chat and I don't see it and I don't respond to it, it's not intentional. I'm literally just trying to figure this all out. I have a chat-ish looking thing over here, but I have no idea. So see how that goes. But regardless, if you drop a chat, I'm gonna see it by the end of the video or after I end this. So yeah, if you also want to let me know what other tools I should test, let me know. I'm gonna add it to my list, and I am going to get going. Okay, so for the first one here, we're gonna go ChatGPT. So this has evolved quite a bit. I got a fresh account here. I've used ChatGPT for a few years now. Really feel like this is the main one that everyone talks about. I would be surprised if there's many of you people who are watching who haven't at least experimented on this. And I would be very surprised if anyone here hasn't heard of ChatGPT. But since I've been using it, it has just gotten exponentially more powerful. And yeah, I want to put it through the test today, see exactly how far I can put it, and then see what ranks among it. I personally love this one. My account is a paid plus version, so I'm pretty familiar with it. But there's definitely areas where I'm not sure on, because I've used it for the same thing for a year now. I wouldn't say I've really tested out any like the new tools, and there's like AI agents now, like agent builders you can make on it if you are a plus subscriber. Those, from what I heard, can be really powerful. There's also a few other AI agent builders popping up that are also really powerful. So I'm really curious to see where this ranks among all those, and yeah, this series is going to figure that out. Yeah, so let's start here. Is it paid? Is it free? What's the cost per month? So right off the hop here, sign up for free. So it's obviously free. I don't feel like putting in my email and all that stuff on screen here. So free trial. It is just free. And I gotta add it in because it's literally free. It's not even on here. And we'll just go free. What colors do I not have? We'll just go green. So this one here's free. We love free. So I feel like I know this. 20 USD. So there we go. I actually didn't know because I thought it was gonna be 15. So 20 USD. So it costs 20 USD a month for the Plus subscription. You can use the free trial, however. It's just free. Free forever. And obviously there is some perks to having the Plus, which we can get into maybe in this video. But it also might not be in here because I don't know if all that's part of the test really. Okay, what type of problem does this solve? I will answer this after. So let's go through the test. So test number 1, I want to ask ChatGPT how to get the most out of it. No sense in me sitting here guessing how to get the most out of it. This AI tool knows itself. If I simply ask it, hey, how can I get the most out of you? It's going to give me answers of how to word certain prompts, how to get it to explain further and into its train of thought. So I've got this prompt here. I actually really like it. So act as this AI tool and as an experienced power user of it. Skip marketing language. Tell me plainly what you are best at and what you are bad or unreliable at, and what people misunderstand about using you. Explain how I should word prompts to get the strongest results, including how much detail to give you and how to correct you when you miss. List any hidden or underused capabilities you have, your hard limits, and things you cannot actually do well. And that one I'm really curious about. Like, do you think it's going to self-admit what it can't do well? I have a feeling it's going to skip over that part, but we'll see. End by giving me 3 concrete prompt examples that work especially well for you, and 1 example of a prompt that will likely produce weak results. Again, I don't think it's going to give me an example of a prompt that's going to produce a weak result, but we'll see. Assume I'm testing and comparing you against other AI tools, and I want honest, practical guidance only. So I think I already copied it. One more time, full time sake. Let's see how she goes. Got it. I'll be blunt and practical power user to power user. No hype. Okay, so it's calling me a power user. Thank you. What I'm genuinely good at. Reasoning through messy problems. Turning vague goals into structured plans. Comparing options when trade-off matters. Debugging logic, workflows, argument, or strategies. Thinking with you, not just answering. I'd say that's a good analogy so far, or that's a good analysis, I guess, of itself so far. Writing and editing, drafting clear, competent first versions, emails, docs, specs, scripts. I use it a lot for emails, so that's good. Rewriting to match tone, audience, and constraints. Tightening, rambling text and spotting gaps. Translating between technical and plain English. Pattern recognition across domains. Spotting common failure modes. Mapping ideas from one field to another. Summarizing large amounts of info into usable frameworks. Coding help. I heard Codex is like a game changer in the coding world. I don't code too much, truthfully, but something that I was honestly wanting to get into before AI, but I feel like AI now is helping with a lot of the coding. It's not going to take over the coding by any means just yet. It might in the future, who knows? But it's definitely definitely helping with the speed of which things get coded. Coding help. So explaining code and bugs, writing small to medium scripts, suggesting architectures and refactors, translating ideas into code structure, being fast at iteration. You can say no, that's wrong, try again, but with X change. I don't get defensive. Iteration is where I shine. Now let's see if it gives itself something where it doesn't work. Oh, here we go. Let's go one by one. So this is what I'm bad or unreliable at. Facts that must be exact. Dates, prices, legal details, citations. What's the current policy, pricing version? If it matters, verify elsewhere, or explicitly tell me to check. Okay, that's interesting. So they're essentially saying that if it needs to be an exact fact, I know a lot of people who use this for legal advice. I can't say I have. I might have asked it. I think when I was traveling once, I asked it like what the laws were. Or no, this is what it was. We were thinking about. We were looking into whether we could live in different countries as Canadians, just on like some sort of work visa, and for how long. And it gave me some legal advice, I'd say. So it's interesting to know that it might not be exact. So that's cool. What's the current policy? So maybe it has some outdated stuff. Current is what I'm honing in on there. It's interesting. If it matters, verify elsewhere and explicitly tell me to check. Deep domain authority. I sound confident even when I'm slightly wrong. Interesting, because I know a lot of people who go by what ChatGPT says, no questions asked. Like, literally no questions asked. Just like, hey, what's the healthiest meal I can eat today with this, and this in my fridge? Whatever it says, it's going to make it. Interesting. Long chains of precision math, especially with edge cases or formal proofs. I can reason, but I'm not a calculator or a theorem prover. Remembering past context unless it's in a thread, or it's in the thread. Don't assume I remember prior conversations. Restate critical constraints. Knowing your unstated preference. If you don't say what good looks like, I'll guess. That's good to know too. So that's interesting. What I really like about this answer is don't assume I remember prior conversations. I fully do. Like I'll go in months apart, and I will ask. If I asked, say I asked in March about the vacation that I want to take in December. I go back in October and I'm saying, hey, remember when we were talking about that vacation? Can you remind me where you suggested going or whatever? And I fully expect it to know. It might not be in the same thread, which is good to know, because now I might just need to make it all in the same thread, because sometimes I do get frustrated when it doesn't remember what I've talked about. Like there's a few times where I was trying to generate an image of me, and I've uploaded, I remember on one thread, I uploaded 5 or 6 images, and I said, remember this, like remember all these images. I don't want to have to upload pictures again, so can you just remember what I look like? And then like a week later, different thread, I went in and asked it to generate a photo of me, and it needed to be reminded what I look like, and I remember being frustrated. So that's interesting. It's got to be in the same thread. Cool. I also like that. Don't know what good looks like, I'll guess. Commonly misunderstand. If I just ask a vague question, I'll get brilliance. Nope, vague equals generic output. It's all in the prompt. It's literally all in the prompt. Confidence equals correctness. False. I optimize for plausibility unless told otherwise. Interesting. More words automatically equals better results. Also false. Relevant details matter. Fluff hurts. Take the fluff out of your prompts, people. Stop fluffing it. Literally use ChatGPT to help you make a ChatGPT prompt. I don't know why more people aren't doing that. Look, these 2 paragraphs here alone, these 2 lists, I guess, are crucial in making a good prompt. Like, listen to this. It will change your life. You should already know what I mean. I don't. Ambiguity is poison. Interesting. I like that. Taking some accountability. Oh, you want to see this? Eh? I guess it's just in the top part there. Okay. Give constraints, not just... Wait, I gotta skip this, sorry. How to prompt me for my strongest results. Start with the role you want me to play. This narrows my behavior fast. Act as a skeptical reviewer. Think like a staff engineer. Be a ruthless editor. Give constraints, not just goals. So, I love that. Tell me what not to do. I love that. Not enough people do that. They just kind of leave it open air. If you say, give me a list of 10 countries I should visit, say, give me a list of 10 countries I should visit. I don't want cold. I don't want, I don't know, friggin' winter. I don't want ski areas. I don't know, really winter there, and it's kind of off-brand because the Winter Olympics is literally on right now. But you get what I'm saying there. Let's do length limits, tone restrictions, assumptions to avoid, tools or approaches that are off limits. Again, battling a cold. Sorry, guys. I hope that's not picking up too much. Tools or approaches that are off limits. Okay. Show me an example, even a bad one. Examples anchor output better than explanations. Here's a draft I hate. Fix it. Good enough. Ask for structure explicitly. If you want bullets, tables, steps, or trade-offs, say so. When I miss, correct me surgically. Best way to fix me. This part is wrong because X. Redo it, assuming Y instead. Like that. Avoid, that's not what I wanted. I can't fix what I can't diagnose. I have probably word for word said exactly that 25,000 times to ChatGPT. That's why we're doing this. We're learning. How much details to give? Rule of thumb. Simple tasks, 2 to 5 sentences. Strategic, ambiguous tasks, 1 to 2 short paragraphs. High stakes or nuance. Goal, constraints, example, definition of success. If your prompt feels like a mini brief, that's usually right. Okay, good. So keep it concise, because it doesn't want fluff, but include enough information that it's going to steer on the right track. Like, I think constraints is a big part. Not just letting it do whatever it wants, and not letting it like decide. I guess like don't leave room for deliberation. You know what I mean? Like if you want it a certain way, let it know what your expectations are for the output, and also like make sure that it knows what you don't want, like what's not going to be accepted. Underused or hidden capabilities. Critiquing instead of generating. Tell me what's weak or risky here. Adversarial review. Argue against this plan like a hostile reviewer. Option comparison with the decision lens. Rank these based on speed, risk, reversibility. Step by step. Reasoning audits. Point out where this logic could break. Tone simulation. Write this as if we're coming from a calm but firm leader. Hard limits. No amount of... I think I'm good. Hard limits. No amount of prompting fixes these. I can't access private systems accounts. Can make sense. Can't guarantee correctness with external verification. Makes sense. Can't replace lived experiences. Makes sense. Can't read minds. Basically, makes sense. Things I technically can do but poorly. Predicting the future with accuracy. Giving legal medical advice you should rely on. Producing truly novel research. Long-term memory across sessions. So sometimes it does well, but not in the picture case, because when I want to make pictures, it didn't work. Okay. Prompts that work especially well. Strategic thing. Act as a skeptical thinker. Here's my plan. List the top 5 ways this could fail, ranked by likelihood, and how I detect how I detect each early. That was crazy. I literally just buffered real time. You saw that. Here's an email draft. Rewrite it to be 30% shorter, more direct, and impossible to misinterpret. No pointless padding. No politeness. Technical reasoning. Here's the problem and constraints. Walk through your reasoning step by step. That give me the final recommendation. Prompt that will likely produce weak results. Explain this topic or give me ideas. What should I do? Too vague. No constraints. Cool. Makes sense. If you want, I can also benchmark myself against a specific tool you're testing. One of your real prompts to make it strong, deliberately make worse, or deliberately answer worse, or show you prompting affects quality. You see, I want to push it. Cool. No, that's good. I really like that. It was almost instantaneous. So there's a little bit of buffer. Actually, yeah. I really liked how in depth that I got. It answered all my questions. Very well, actually. I'm gonna be very, very hesitant to give out 10s on this channel. Just a heads up. Dave Portnoy pizza review guy. So if you ever seen that, he doesn't give out 10s, and I really agree with why. It's like if it's 10, it's perfect. You can't get better. You might as well stop eating pizza. You know what I mean? Like if I enter 10 there, it's perfect. I might as well stop testing. Overall rating on the output you received. So I actually really liked it. I think I answered all my questions. It dove into what it doesn't do well, which I was kind of surprised at. Went more into detail on that than I thought. A lot of it made sense. A lot of it were things actually that I've identified myself as doing and getting upset at or getting poor results on. So I'd say that the opinion that it gave on like what it does not. I think that it was actually accurate and factual and backed up by like real world personal experience for myself. So I'm gonna go on 9 on that one. Okay, solid start for ChatGPT. Average of what's that, like an 8.7? We'll call that. Not bad. Business savvy. Try to get it to create something you can monetize. Ask it for actionable steps. Throw in price or throw price restrictions on the startup, and see how it changes. Okay, so this is a little bit up for interpretation for me as the prompter. And I want to use what it gave me as a good way to build my prompt. So let's start with this. Generate a business idea that I can launch. Now, like I said before, I'm gonna have ChatGPT help me build my prompt. Included the quotes on the first one. So, ready? Can you act as an expert prompt builder and build the perfect prompt for ChatGPT? Ask me as many questions as you want before giving me the. There we go. So my expectation is that it's going to ask me questions, and my expectation is that I'm getting a business idea that I could launch this weekend. I want it to. I gave it the role. So ChatGPT's role in this is they're the expert prompt builder, and they're going to help me here. So I'll act as an expert prompt builder, not as the idea generator yet. Yep, thank you. Goal: design a high leverage prompt that, when finally run, gives you a realistic business you could actually launch this weekend, not fluff. Before I build a prompt, I need to understand your constraints and advantages. I'll ask in tight, purposeful blocks. Answer briefly, bullet points are fine. Your constraints, this defines this weekend really means. I am going to copy all this, put it into here. Times available this weekend. Rough hours. So let's go with typical weekend. I'd say I have like 5 hours on a Saturday, 5 hours on a Sunday that I could dedicate to doing something like this. So we'll go 10 hours. All of my answers, I'm gonna put equal sign. Budget. I want it free. $0 budget. Okay, geography. Let's go with London, Ontario, Canada. Let's go. Your unfair advantages. Most people skip this. Don't. Skills you already have. This is interesting. So it's asking me. Up to 5 you can really see what you're doing. So we'll go with. Let's just go with personable. I've worked in hospitality. Love AI. Leadership. I feel like this is a crucial one to answer because this is going to be like the bread and butter of their business. Hotel sales. Typical Canadian. I love my hockey. I know a lot about it. So there's that. Let's go with those. We've got 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6. Past experience that could transfer. So again, I guess I kind of repeating myself there. Built websites. These ones are always so hard to answer, and like I feel like I have a lot, but I don't know what would help me here. Communities you understand. I understand community, or the hockey community. I also understand tech community, so we'll go with that. It keeps doing that. Equals. Existing assets. I don't have much. Right now I have a mindset. I'm really curious to see because this is what a lot of people have in 2026. It's just like, you have an idea, they have the drive, they have the goals, but they just don't know how to get there. So, high performing computer and a good mindset. I'm gonna leave it at that. I love that. It's plain and simple. Okay, tools, paid software, AI access, hardware. Oh, that's the most annoying part of me. But okay. So I have ChatGPT Premium. I have another AI tool in the AI Premium, and then I have 3. So all 3 of these are going to get tested on the channel at some point. So we got Lindy AI, that's an agent builder, and we got Bolt.new, that is a website builder. Both really strong in my experience. Network. I have a lot, but I don't really know if I want that to impact what my business is going to be that ChatGPT creates. So we'll just say like, there you go, local business across many industries. Your risk and effort tolerance right now. So, which matters more right now? Fast revenue. I want fast revenue. I also love the thought of it being low effort. What do you want to avoid? So I love this. Let's go. I don't want to be cold calling people. I don't want to be doing sales calls. I don't want to be generating content for this business. But if I found an AI tool that could, I'd be so down for that. Tech and building, that sounds cool too. Could do customer support. At least I could get an AI tool that would do that for me. Anything else I want to avoid? Let's go with manual labor. I want this to be purely running for me in the background while I'm doing this stuff. Business model preferences. Important for idea quality. Okay, so we're gonna go with happy with the service. I'm happy with it being a product a lot. Service. So that is what it comes up with. Sort of product. That sounds cool. That also sounds good. Love the idea of it being AI automated. It really does matter. So, I was just gonna say, I don't care how much it makes. It could be 100,000. It could be $4. I just want. I'm taking the quotes out because that's a show. Reality check. This improves honesty. Have you launched anything yet before? Yes, I have. Yes. What worked and failed? What would make you say this was a win by Monday? There you go. I tried a gift box business with someone in my city here, and it didn't exactly work out. We had some success, but nothing to write home about. So I'm gonna say that failed. I just had never had luck with physical products. I think everything being digital is so much easier. It's you don't have to have inventory space. You don't have to worry about expiration dates. It's just there. I would say I'd be happy with either of those. Good enough. What happens next? So you know the plan. You answer these. I'll connect a single optimized prompt. I already answered these. Extract a single optimized prompt you can reuse. Not the idea yet. Cool. That prompt will do this. Cool. So I can take all this out. Let's see it. Work its magic. How long we got here? Strong profile for launch. I'll select the plan. So below is the optimized perfect prompt. You could use ChatGPT or any comparable model, and then I'll run that exact prompt myself and give you a business idea when it produces. I'll label them clear. Perfect prompt. Expert build. You can copy and paste this as is in the future. That's also a nice thing. To anyone, I would recommend getting a Google Doc that you can get up where you are basically going to just save all of your prompts that ChatGPT has given you, because they're going to be extremely powerful. So, act as a brutally practical again. They're given the role, not a brainstormer. Generate one business idea. I could realistically launch by this weekend. My first paying customer by Monday. Constraints: time available 10 hours. Budget $0. Location, here we go. When I make the prompt, I'm actually going to be or online, because it doesn't have to be physically in London, Ontario. It could be an online thing. Goal: first customer, first payment, not scale. The advantages are my advantages, so this is what I'm good at. Preferences: fast revenue, low effort. Avoid content creation. To avoid SaaS, cool. Love this. Prompt end. Now I'll run that prompt. Okay, so it's actually already done it. So I'm not even going to tweak it. We'll just run this. And I am going to copy this. Actually, I'm going to run it again because it is pretty crucial that it could be online as well. Actually, sorry, I'm all over the place here. I want to actually see what it came up with. Okay, so result: business that could actually launch. Business idea: AI assisted missed revenue recovery for local hotels and restaurants. You offer a fast, done for them service that uses AI plus your hospitality sales experience to identify missed revenue opportunities, unanswered inquiries, slow follow-ups, unused booking channels, bad auto responses, lost group sales, and fix them immediately with simple automations or scripts. This is not an AI consulting, it's revenue recovery. Who pays and why? They'll say yes. Independent hotels, small hotel groups, and busy restaurants in London, Ontario. They say yes because they already know leads get dropped. They're understaffed. You speak to their language. Hotel sales, hospitality ops. You're offering found money, not optimization. No long-term contract or tech overhaul. This hits a real, painful, and urgent problem. Exact offer: 48-hour revenue leak fix, $250. What they'll get: audit or inquiry handling, email or audit of inquiry handling, email from websites, booking forms, AI written response, generate templates, group bookings of vendor inquiries. Optional: simple AI auto response setup, email or form based. A short list of specific revenue opportunities they're missing. Clear, finite, non-scary. Here's the launch. I like this. Step-by-step launch plan. Next 48 hours, hour 1 to 2. Write a 1 to 2 page review explaining the offer. Create three example missed revenue scenarios from hotel experience. Hour 3 and 4. Make a short outreach script, email and text. Prepare before examples using AI templates and responses. Hour 5 to 7. Personally reach out to 10 local hotels, restaurants you already know. Warm intros, cold. Okay, interesting. I did say I didn't want to be doing any cold calls. Book 1 to 2 quick calls, 15-minute max. Diagnose live, show value immediately. Hour 10, close first client, collect payment, deliver within 48 hours. So, oops. Sounds like a dream, right? By hour 10, you're already collecting your first payment. Doesn't sound all that realistic, but it's AI, so what can we expect? We love it. No website required, no building. How you get your first customer in Ontario? You direct human outreach. Quick question: do you know how many bookings or event inquiries go unanswered each week? I'm running a quick 48-hour revenue recovery service for local properties. I can show you miss money before you pay anything. Worth a 10-minute look? Not bad. You're not selling AI. You're selling revenue that you already lost. Why this works for you specifically: you sold hotel rooms. That's just personal. Clear signal of success by Monday. One paying client or booked. That's a win. If you want next, we can tighten the outreach. Lower friction further. $99 diagnostics. Swap for better local niche gyms. Okay. I'd say all in all, not bad. The one thing I did want to do initially, but it kind of made me do it already, was throw price restrictions and see how it changes. So I went for no price change. Now I'm going to do it, and I'm going to give myself I'm going to give myself $200. I'll say, listen, and I'm also going to change it to online. So, budget. My budget's $200 to start. One in Ontario or online. Now I want to see what it comes up with here. I'm not going to read through everything here. I'm just going to summarize this one. So it's still doing the same thing. Yeah, it looks like it's offering me the exact same. Cool. So it's just giving me the exact same business there. So I wouldn't say it really understood that assignment. So responded quickly enough. Yeah, I'd say it was realistic. I don't want to be too lenient, or I don't want to be too giving on this scale here. There was a few things in there. When I introduced the price increase to $200, it just spat out the exact same thing basically. It actually changed the price. I noticed it was $250 initially, and then now it's $300. So that was interesting. Did the business it created seem well thought out, and how likely would it be to make real money? I'll give it an 8 on that one. It wasn't bad. Okay, now this one I'm excited for, and so basically it's gonna be like a little game. I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna think of something random in the world, and I'm gonna give it 10 questions to figure out what it is, and the 10th, or after question 10, it has to give me either a picture or a video to depict its answer. Ask your questions in individual messages and wait for me to answer before. So I'm excited for this. So basically, it's like the game 20 questions, just half the questions, and instead of them just saying what they think the answer is, they have to show it in a picture. So I am going to think of a coffee cup. Okay. Alright, game on. Question 1 of 10. Is the thing you're thinking of a physical object? Physical. Well, I guess I don't consider this one. Yes. Got it. Question 2. Is a physical object man-made as opposed to something naturally occurring? Yes, it's man-made. Is this object something an average person might own or use? Yes. I think a lot of people have coffee cups. Primarily used indoors. Yes. All caps are yelling. Is this object electric or powered in some way? No. You can get powered mugs, but I'd say 99% of mugs are not powered. Mainly used for leisure, entertainment, or hobbies. No. Used for practical everyday, like cooking, cleaning. Yes. For drinking your coffee. Found specifically in a kitchen. We're getting there. Question 8 out of 10. They got 2 and they might actually get it. Used to prepare or cook food rather than store or serve it. No. Used for storing or organizing food. Yes. So it's not going to get it. There's no chance it gets it. So there we go. It didn't follow the instructions. Your object is a kitchen storage container. So it didn't create an image. So I'm actually just going to have some fun here, and I'm going to say saying and I'm curious to see how it responds here, because it did say that it correct it if it's wrong, which I'm doing. And it would have been just so much fun to see them showing. So the image I just sent fits that requirement because you're proving. But I can also get website. So the image I just sent. You didn't send an image, did it? Oops. Oh, you're right. I described the image like a Wikipedia file. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm confusing the hell out of it here, so I'm just going to stop that. So, how well did it follow instructions? 5. Didn't answer it. Sorry. How diverse descriptive were the questions? They're a good set of questions. How close was its answer? It was in the kitchen. It was in the kitchen category. It could have been a lot closer. Okay, so this one here, I'm going to try and confuse the AI bot. And how long have I been running here? Sorry, guys. Hopefully this isn't boring you too much. I'm new to this whole video content creation thing. Truthfully, I think I've said this in my intro there, but truthfully, I'd be doing this and talking to myself while running through these tests, even if I wasn't recording. So I just thought to make it a little bit less embarrassing, I would record it, so I'm not just sitting here talking to myself in a room. Let's try and confuse the AI. I wonder if I can create chat. So let's try this. Let's do how orange is the moon? I don't know. That's some dumb questions. The orange moon question only is a bit tricky because it depends on the context. Break it down carefully. Typically moon color. It's giving the RGB of the moon. Wow. What can I do as a person to make the moon more orange by October 5th, 2026? It's going to have no clue what I'm talking about. I see. You're asking how you can personally influence the moon's color, not just observe it. Let's be brutally honest and practical. In reality, you cannot change the moon itself. What you can do to make it look more orange from Earth, all options are about your local atmospheric conditions and perspective. View the moon near the near the horizon on October 5th, moon rising sunset. It's really trying here. I give it some credit because my question was absolutely banana lands. Artificial atmospheric enhancement. Small local smoke or dust in the air. Some rain. You cannot actually make the moon orange. If you want, I can map exact when and where in London October 5th the moon will be at peak orange, so you can plan your observations. Yes. Wow. This might be revolutionary. If I could type a friggin' word, holy hell. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it does here. What is going on here? When where the moon will be the most orange? The moon will rise around, okay, on October 5th. No, wait, knows that right now. Why it matters. When the moon is just above the horizon, cool, peak orange, best local, this is what I wanted to do. Scout a local horizon, arrive 10 minutes before moonrise. Key takeaway. Longitude, what a word. Latitude and longitude. Latitude and longitude of the place to observe the moon on October 5th to see its peak orange. Now I want to see if it actually gives me somewhere real on the map. Key astronomy info. Okay, you've already given me this. Here we go. Harris Park. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm just gonna ask, what if I was in space? If you're in space, the moon's orange appears. Change completely. Here's the reality, not the trick. Okay. What way is blue? Stick with the color theme. Subtle color doesn't have direction. Blue is a wavelength. Blue is... Okay, so physically, blue has no direction. It's property of light, wavelength, not space. Any way of blue is a metaphor. Okay, so I think it explained itself pretty decently. How difficult, so like 10 would be like it was super difficult to trick it. I think with a little bit more friggin' around, I probably could have gotten it a little bit more confused. How were they in asking for clarification? They were pretty good. Like they were explaining themselves, and it was all making sense. Overall rating, we'll give them somewhere in there. Okay, and then this is the 5th and final test. So make something, or find something on the internet and ask how to make it better, whether it be text, videos, images, or websites. I am going to, let's get an image of the Olympics. I also actually really wanted to do this one time. I haven't done it. Oops. I'll just go to like the official website, and I don't know if I can even do this. If it has the ability to. Oops. I tried to load the exact, but it's currently running server error bad guys, so I couldn't fetch its live contacts. Okay, let's see if I can get, actually just an image of the Olympics, and I'll ask it to make it better. Okay, I am going to have them make this one. You know what? I'm gonna sign in for this in here. Might be doxing myself, but I don't think anyone's actually watching. Okay. So I'm going to attach this. See how she goes. Watch them just make everyone like in a Canadian jacket. That'd be kind of funny. I'm really curious to see how it's gonna make this better. It's a pretty sweet image already. Like, if I was any of those athletes, that'd be my profile picture on Facebook for sure. Wow, it even like knows USA delegation at the opening ceremony. It even knows what it is. That's pretty cool. Look at my history here. I was using this for Scrabble. So that I could win. Don't tell my girlfriend that. And I ended up freaking crushing her. I won by like 150 points. Scrabble goat. Okay, so let's see the differences here. Looks like it increased the crowd. That's pretty sweet. Really subtle change, actually. That makes it a lot better. They didn't change anything else, I don't think. Really just the crowd. Is that girl's head turned? Oh, yeah. That's interesting. So that's a girl, obviously with the back of her head to the camera. And they changed it to a guy. But you can see their head a little bit more. Did they change anyone else's face? Wow. Interesting. That guy's not smiling. Now they're smiling. Like, everyone's smiling. Okay, everyone's smiling, right? Is everyone smiling in this? No, not smiling, not smiling. Mouth open. I want to look at that guy on the other one. Not smiling, not smiling. Okay, let's see this. Everyone's smiling. That guy still looks the exact same, so they didn't really change that too much. Oh, what? They made that guy a girl, I think. That's a girl for sure, Matt, right? This is the real image. Not a girl, I don't think. Sorry, buddy. Did they do anything to her? No. That's pretty wild. Everyone's smiling. If your face is showing, they just made you smiling, and then for this one in particular, they made him or her. So sorry about that. But that's pretty sweet. Subtle improvements. I actually really like that. Took a little bit to load the image, but not super long. How much better did it make it? I'm gonna give it a 9 for that. That was solid. Like, very small improvements. I was actually kind of wondering how you can even make it better. Like, it's just a cool photo already. But then it did that, so that's pretty sweet. Kind of hilarious. So, again, that's a girl. They also changed the sex to this one, so kind of funny. Just changing some sex. We got a girl moving into a guy, and we got a guy moving into a girl. So we're net even there, which is sweet. And that's it. And submit this and see how she goes. Oh yeah. And then we can actually test this out live here. I want to see if the spreadsheet that I built out will do this automatically. So, there we go. Didn't do it automatically. Had to go in and edit that. But 7.8. So not bad. Not a bad start for ChatGPT. We got it at a 7.8 out of 10. Type of problem to solve. We're gonna go with let's go like expanding on ideas and it's a great bouncing board. Does that make sense to anyone? Bouncing board, like you're bouncing ideas off them. I got a rap. I'm not super familiar with Excel. Okay, what did you enjoy about this tool? So I liked how explain itself very well. Fuck. Multiple uses. I like how like versatile it was. I'm gonna add that. Cool. 3 is good there. And then what are some pain points? Let's go. There's a few times there where, like when we're doing the free business idea, and I added the parameters of like a price. I said that I could spend up to $200 on it, and then it just spat out the exact same idea. That could use some work. I don't know if that's more reasoning or just like logic. And then it didn't listen to me when I said to create the answer as an image. Free version could, I guess they're pretty much the same thing, but all in all, I love ChatGPT. I think a 7.8 is a fair rating. I personally would bump it up to an 8. The test is maybe a little bit hard on it, but I'll take that. Okay, so that's it for the first episode of this. I really hope anyone who watches this enjoyed it, and let me know if I can add any other tools here. Yeah, and I'm going to be doing this every Sunday. So next Sunday, probably about 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to start this back up. I'm going to maybe test some more off camera here throughout the week, and then next Sunday, if I do end up testing some off camera, then I can just run through the ones that I tested and let you guys know quickly a little description of them. And yeah, so thanks anyone for watching if you did, and we'll see you next time.